with water and soap, avoid touching the face, nose, mouth and eyes, and follow hygienic habits when sneezing and coughing.
Non-compliance with the directives of the Supreme Committee dealing with coronavirus COVID-19 exposes you to risk and legal action. Stay safe.
As part of the efforts made by Rolaman Police in coordination with the concerned authorities to reduce the spread of coronavirus COVID-19, the traffic has been closed on the roads leading to Matrah, Rui, Hamriya, Al-Wadi Al-Kabir and parts of the Wilayat of Darseit. The entry of trucks, supplies, basic and medical services such as fuel, sanitation and others will be facilitated. Sultan's Armed Forces and the Royal Oman Police activated control of checkpoints for movements of citizens and residents between entrances and exits of all governorates of the Sultanate, continuing its national roles in line with the procedures taken and the number of decisions and procedures issued within the framework of the dealing with the effects of COVID-19 spread and to preserve the safety and health of citizens and residents. The Sultan's Armed Forces and Royal Oman Police are applying procedures related to movement control between the governorates of the Sultanate's entrances and exits, according to the decisions of the COVID-19 Supreme Committee, which will be applied from today, the 1st of April, as follows. Control the movements between the Sultanate's governorates for all citizens and residents. 2. The decisions shall be applied for everyone except minimum number of employees in public and private sectors as the job requirements of their presence according to the unit's head decisions. Movement of ambulances and emergency vehicles, movements of security and military vehicles, movement of vehicles of necessary food and life supplies for citizens and residents, movement of vehicles carrying construction items, commercial goods, oil derivatives and the like that serve both sectors, exceptional cases of citizens and residents movement according to the discretion of the security checkpoints between the governorates. Sultan's Armed Forces urge everyone to commit to the decision of the Supreme Committee to achieve the public interest and cause citizens and residents to carry the identity and civil cards and work cards while using the roads. In addition, to cooperate with military and security devices in controlling crossing points between the governorates and stressed the importance of staying home unless on emergency. Since the start of the coronavirus COVID-19 infection cases in the Sultanate, the public was called upon to avoid gatherings in any way, social distancing in the most successful way to limit the spread of the virus. This was in line with the decisions taken by the higher committee entrusted to deal with developments resulted from the spread of coronavirus. This method was stressed by physicians and health experts. The committee adopted a gradual policy to deal with the events supported by a technical response team for coronavirus pandemic. As part of precautionary measures, movement of citizens and residents among Sultanate's governorates is restricted by control and checkpoints, except for emergency cases decided by the security checkpoints. Matrah city is isolated till further notice. Its roads were not normal today in terms of the movement of vehicles. The roads of Rui, Hamriya and Wadi Al-Kabir are closed as the wilayas of Matrah had witnessed the existence of some cases of community transmission of coronavirus cases. Within the precautionary measures of COVID-19 Supreme Committee, the Ministry of Manpower called upon private sector establishments to reduce the number of employees to the minimum level in order to do the basic works. As part of the precautionary measures being implemented by the SALTET to reduce the spread of coronavirus, COVID-19, the Ministry of Manpower called upon employers and private sector establishments to direct the expatriate workers to stay at their place of residence after work time and during leaves and weekends, and not to go to public places and markets except for in extreme cases. These precautionary measures come within the COVID-19 Supreme Committee to deal with the developments of coronavirus and provide protection of citizens and residents. Efforts on preventive measures are exerted by all in the country to limit the spread of COVID-19. Our colleague Abdullah Rubai this afternoon was at the Embassy of Sri Lanka and had an opportunity to interview the Sri Lankan ambassador, followed by messages in Sinhalese and Tamil.
Intensive efforts have been exerted by all in the country and throughout the world. Each one is obligated to do so in order to prevent the spread of coronavirus. With us is His Excellency Umar Libi Amir Ajwad, the ambassador of the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka. Your Excellency, thank you very much for joining us on Oman Television. It is important to stick to the precautionary measures on preventing the spread of the contagious virus. Your Excellency, what are the measures taken by the embassy to address the matter?
Of course, first of all, let me thank to Oman TV for this opportunity. Of course, we have taken numerous measures to prevent the spread of this dangerous pandemic. We have been educating, we have been communicating to our community about the decisions taken by the Supreme Committee dealing with COVID-19, and accordingly we have taken a number of measures in the mission at the High Embassy to prevent this spread of this the pandemic. And then we have introduced these sanitizers at the reception and then at the entrance of the mission, and also we are providing masks for those who are coming inside the mission for different services. And also we have prevented the large gathering coming to the mission, and then we are giving on appointments their services, because we have introduced some emergency numbers and toll-free numbers for our community to talk to us and then get some appointments to come and to get their services, so that by that we can avoid a large number of people coming into the mission and gathering here. So that is one of our important measures we have taken. And also our staff, we are working on a roster basis. Not all the staff at a time coming into the mission and working. So we have reduced the staff also on daily basis.
The Supreme Committee has issued further precautionary measures that indeed need to be followed by all. What has the embassy done to inform the Sri Lankan community in the Sultanate?
We have been updating as and when the Supreme Committee decisions coming up, and then those updates we are translating into our local languages and disseminate through our social media and other means. So that is how we educate our community about the measures that the government is taking to prevent this spread of COVID-19. In addition, I have released a video message where I spoke to the community in all three languages about the nature of this COVID-19 and what are the precautionary measures that they have to take, and I have also conveyed the emergency number that has been established by the Ministry of Health to contact the call center that they have established. So I have conveyed that if they have any symptoms of this COVID-19.
Your Excellency, to further elaborate on the precautionary measures, would be a good idea to give a message in your own languages to Sri Lankan community in the Sultanate. Please go ahead.
Omane Vasana, Mage Sri Lankika සහෝදර සහෝදරියනි කොරෝනා රෝගය ලොව පුරා පැතිර යන මේ අවදානම් කාලයේ සීමාවේදී ඔබ සහ ඔබ අවට සිටින අයගේ ආරක්ෂාව උදේශා සියලු ආරක්ෂක පියවර පිළිපදින්න ඕමාන් රජය විසින් නිකුත් කරන ලද උපදේශ පිළිපදින්න අත්‍යවශ්‍ය කරුණකට හැර නිවසින් සිට නොයන්න සියලු ගුවන් තොටුපල්වල් වසා ඇත ඔබට දැනට ලංකාවට යා නොහැක ඔබට අවශ්‍ය උපදේශ සඳහා කරුණාකර පහත දුරකථන අංකය මගින් තානාපති කාර්යාලයට අමතන්න ගාස්තු රහිත 80යි 02යි 78යි 77යි WhatsApp and imo අංකය 91 91යි 74යි 43යි 87යි ஓமான் வாழ் இலங்கை சகோதர சகோதரிகளே கொரோனா வைரஸ் வேகமாக பரவி வரும் இந்த காலகட்டத்தில் உங்களுக்காக நாங்கள் கூற விரும்புவது உங்களது பக்கத்தில் இருக்கின்ற அனைவரது பாதுகாப்புக்காகவும் அத்தனை முன்னெச்சரிக்கை நடவடிக்கைகளையும் நீங்கள் எடுத்துக்கொள்ளுங்கள் அத்தியாவசிய காரணங்களுக்காகவன்றி வெளியே செல்லாமல் வீடுகளிலேயே தங்கியிருங்கள் எல்லா விமான நிலையங்களும் விமான சேவைகளும் நிறுத்தப்பட்டிருப்பதன் காரணமாக நீங்கள் இலங்கைக்கு செல்ல முடியாத நிலை இருக்கின்றது ஆகவே வீடுகளிலேயே தங்கியிருங்கள் உங்களுக்கு தேவையான ஆலோசனைகள் அல்லது உதவிகள் தேவைப்பட்டால் இலங்கை காரியாலயத்தின் அதாவது தூதரகத்திற்கு நீங்கள் அழைக்க முடியும் அந்த அழைப்புக்கான இலக்கங்கள் 80 இலக்கங்களாவன 80 00 78 77 வாட்ஸ்அப் IMO 91 77 43 87 ஆகியவைகளாகும் நன்றி உங்களது ஆதரவுக்கு
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for your time, and we wish each and everyone to strictly follow the precautionary measures to prevent the spread of this contagious virus. And thank you for watching the Sultanate of Oman television. Please stay safe, stay at home, prevent the spread of coronavirus.
To the Cover News Bulletin. The activities of sanitizing public utilities and commercial districts start in the Governorate of Al-Dakhiliya.
عدم الالتزام بتوجيهات اللجنة العليا للتعامل مع فيروس كورونا يعرضك للخطر والمساءلة القانونية. حافظ على صحتك.
Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. At Arab level, the United Arab Emirates announced new death cases of COVID-19 as the total death toll rose to 6, while the total infected cases reached 664. In Kuwait, the Minister of Health announced the registration of 28 new positive cases of COVID-19 as the total number of infected cases reached 317, while recovery cases reached 80. The Minister of Health and Environment in Iraq announced that the total registered COVID-19 infection cases reached 715 with 46 deaths. The Jordanian Minister of Health said that the confirmed infected cases of COVID-19 reached 274 and 5 deaths. Morocco recorded 602 COVID-19 cases, 15 of them are recovered, and 36 deaths. And the health authorities in Algeria announced the increase in death cases due to the pandemic to reach 44 out of 716 confirmed infected cases, and 37 of them recovered. As the new coronavirus spreads around the world and infecting more than 860,000 people worldwide, an aid organization is adapting to the needs of displaced Syrians to brace for potential cases. MSF, or Doctors Without Borders, has been handing out hygiene kits and aid supplies to some of the most vulnerable people in war-torn northern Syria. More than 1 million people have been displaced from fighting during the Syrian government offensive against the country's last rebel stronghold, which spans Idlib province and parts of the nearby Aleppo region. Most of them are living in dense displacement camps, forced to endure harsh situations. MSF said it has been preparing for potential COVID-19 spread among those people, adopting its workflow and creating areas to separate the potential patients. Field coordinator for the organization, Christian Reinders, said Idlib is not ready to deal with the virus, having only one ventilator for every 100 people. The camps are very densely populated with poor hygiene levels, making it difficult to contain the outbreak. Syrian government has confirmed 10 cases and 2 deaths. At South Korea's Incheon International Airport, long lines of travelers queues at the quarantine desk. Even travelers, every traveler must get a health check and install the government tracking app on their mobile phones before leaving the airport. Those who cannot immediately install the mobile app must submit the address of where they will be staying, which gets passed to their local authority. If a person leaves their location during period or self-quarantine, the app automatically sounds the alarm and notifies the local government officer in charge. Since early March, South Korea has been requiring people who are self-quarantining to install the mobile app on their phones. The software enables the government to closely monitor their movement and health status. The government had been selectively enforcing the policy depending on the countries a traveler came from, but from today, all people arriving in South Korea from abroad are required to immediately go into 14-day self-quarantine period, either at home or at the government-provided facility. Six subway lines and over 100 bus routes have already resumed service in the Chinese city of Wuhan, the original epicenter of the coronavirus outbreak. People looking into use of public transport now need health code, which says the user is symptom-free and is required to board the subway and the bus. Commuters check whether they are allowed to travel by scanning a QR code with their smartphones. A green message will appear if they are allowed to board, and a red message will appear if they are not. A yellow message may also appear, meaning the user had contact with someone who is infected but hasn't finished a 2-week quarantine. Once on the subway, travelers then have to scan another code which records the carriage they have ridden on. Wuhan was reopened to business on Monday after authorities lifted more of the controls that locked down tens of millions of people for months. The city suffered 2,547 coronavirus deaths, accounting for about 80% of China's total fatality roll of 3,186. And finally, back here in the Sultanate, within the national efforts exerted to contain the spread of coronavirus COVID-19, the activities of sanitizing public utilities and commercial districts started in the governorate of Al-Dakhiliyah. More details in the following report.
Within the framework of precautionary and preventive measures to limit the spread of the viruses and vectors of diseases, the municipalities of Al-Dakhiliyah Governorate, in cooperation with BIA Company, launched a unified campaign to sanitize the public places and utilities in the governorate.
This very difficult situation, global difficult situation, these such places, supermarket, will remain the places where you can shopping for the home. And when you come to such place and see like this event, you feel more secure that somebody tried to protect you with sanitizing agent to disinfect and reducing spread of these infection, these viruses. So you feel more secure, and everybody will feel comfortable to supply his home, which is the needed things, such a thing during this difficult time.
From 7 in the evening until 7 in the morning on a daily basis, various internal roads, neighborhoods, markets, and rest areas are sanitized to create a hygienic environment for the individuals.
Some public, like hypermarket, is very important to come. And when you see such a thing, you will feel safe, and that might help to reduce the infection because of coronavirus. As you know, this time it's in everywhere. So people will feel safe when they come and see such a thing.
It is worth mentioning that the sanitization operations will continue in all wilayas of the Governorate of Ad-Dakhiliyah until the 13th of April.
Efforts are being exerted day and night to ensure the safety of all. So let's give them a helping hand by adhering to the precautionary measures. صالح بخلفان الرحبي, ولاية of Bahla, Ad-Dakhiliyah, Governorate.
This is the Sultan of Oman Television. Before going to tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. 18 new cases of coronavirus COVID-19 recorded in the Sultanate, and a first death of 72-year-old citizen is announced. And the Sultan's Armed Forces and the Royal Oman Police activate control checkpoints for movements of citizens and residents between entrances and exits of all governorates of the Sultanate. And with that, we've come to the end of tonight's news bulletin from all of us here in the newsroom and the studios. Thanks for your time. Good night.